What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. As we know, hotfix 1.1.4.1 was just dropped. I'll be dropping a video on those patch notes. There's really not a lot to discuss on those things, but we were supposed to have Iron Banner this week, but they actually found a bug in it to where after a certain amount of score, they would be kicked with like the Anteater bug or something like that. So in the Crucible this time around, we actually have Rumble again. Now with hotfix 1.1.4.1, they actually got it to where it's only 6 players instead of 8 players because everybody felt that 8 players was too much for Rumble. So I'm glad they kind of brought it down to 6 players like the original Destiny. And yeah, I agree that 8 players was way too much. I'd had people spawning behind me. If you watched any of my Rumble videos, you could see that literally right when you spawn, somebody could spawn right behind you, and you wouldn't know that they're on the radar until they actually like fully spawn in, which is completely ridiculous. But in any event, so we do have Rumble in the Crucible this week for the weekly playlist. Nightfall wise, it looks like we have the Tree of Probabilities. This was actually the first Nightfall challenge card Nightfall that actually came around in update 1.1.3, I'm pretty sure, with Nightfall scoring. And yeah, there is that available. I'm pretty sure it is a hand cannon or a sidearm or something that we get from this strike as the exclusive reward. I think what me and my team did last time, we did, I think it was Solar Burn, so we could take him down pretty quickly. It was either Solar or Void, I do not recall. Obviously, the Cabal have like their shot cannons, which do like arc damage, and then they obviously have their regular rifles that do solar. So maybe Void might be the best thing, maybe arc, I don't know really. You're gonna have to figure it out like on your own there, because every enemy in this strike actually has like every single type of elemental damage, which is ridiculous. So it's kind of weird. They have like the Vex and the Cabal in that. So it looks like the Flashpoint this time around is Nessus, so all you have to do is complete public events around Nessus, and yeah, there's one all the way over here. So basically all you have to do is complete public events, and there'll also be some what is it, like yellow bar bosses. They're like random bosses that actually spawn up during the Flashpoint, so you can take those out and that'll go towards your percentage for the Flashpoint on Nessus. But I think that's all we have in the director here. Let's go to the tower and check out the vendors. Alright, just right at Cade here. Obviously, he has the treasure maps this time around. Also, he has these things, what are they called? I forget what they're called. Oh, yeah, I should probably dismiss that. But in any event, he has these things called the Scout Report Nessus. It'll allow you to highlight some loot caches on Nessus for 4 hours. I have a ghost that actually does this. I actually have that new ghost from the previous Nightfall strike, which is the inverted strike. It's a pretty cool ghost, but let's pick up the treasure maps and see where these treasure map things are. Obviously, you can get some rewards to turn into Cade as well, including some faction weapons that if you don't have those yet, they have the potential to drop in those as well. So let's let these things pop up. 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, no, yeah, 1, 2 over there, 3, 4, and then 5 right down here. Just a reminder, like if you think you're on top of them, it could be above or below you, so keep that in mind when you go to find these things. I know I've had trouble on Nessus because I know there's a lot of caves, like the Well of Dust over here, like it's a huge column, like, so if you think you're on it, you could be above or below it, so keep that stuff in mind when you go to find these things. Alright, we're here at Ikora. Let's check out her meditation missions for the week. Obviously, these are heroic versions of the original missions that you play in the campaigns, which allows you to get that original gear that you can get in the Destiny 2 campaign. Instead of it being all beat up, it's actually more shiny and whatnot. But let's check out the missions. So you have the 1AU mission, you have the Larceny mission, and then you have the Curse of Osiris mission, Hijacked. And if you complete these, you get the Vanguard Research tokens to get these rewards and some other things as well. Can't forget about the good old raid vendor, Benedict, the Emperor's advocate for Callus himself on the Leviathan. Let's check out what he has. Looks like he has the normal raid helmet, the prestige raid gauntlets, the normal raid chest, the prestige raid boots, and the normal, what is it, normal raid class item. And then finally he has the Midnight Cube Handcannon, which you can get from completing the normal raid. I highly recommend completing the normal raid if you don't have this thing. This is probably one of the best 150 round per minute hand cannons you have. Let's go over the perks. Comes with lightweight frame, superb handling, move faster with this weapon equipped, 3 barrel options, small bore, corkscrew rifling, and then extended barrel. Then you have its first straight column. It comes with Rampage or Ambitious Assassin. And then finally you have Outlaw. Precision kills greatly decrease reload time, so Outlaw and having Rampage is really good, especially if you're on Rampage 3, you need a quick reload. You can reload this thing and still have Rampage 3 with this weapon. I know it's really good for PvE. I've seen people use it in PvP as well. I definitely need to do a weapon review on this thing, considering hand cannons are a little more sticky in the Crucible and whatnot, but yeah, I highly recommend picking this thing up if you don't have it. Alright, we just arrived at Eververse. Let's see what she has for her weekly reset of goodies. So basically, you can purchase any of these things with Bright Dust, which basically dismantle anything that you get from an illuminated engram, and it turns it into Bright Dust, which is anything down here. So let's check it out. Looks like we have the Shuffle Dance emote, the Call Me emote, the Vox Imperative Sparrow, the Sailing Shield Ship, and then it looks like we have the Under Construction ornament for the Tractor Cane. It kind of makes it look like a prototype version. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And then it looks like we have the Mind of Its Own for the Darcy sniper rifle. It makes it look evil almost, like it's kind of creepy. Ugh, I don't like it. That's creepy to me. Looks like she's also selling the helmet for all the Omega Mechanos subclasses, so I'm gonna pick this one up right here because I've been wanting it for the Warlock for a while here. Looks like she's also selling the Electronica shell, Ghost Shell Exotic. Looks like, I'm pretty sure it's public. Yeah, Public Defender. Increased loot from public events from all destinations. I actually got this ghost last week. I just got a lot of exotic ghosts in the past week and a half just from doing activities. Then you have Omni Telemetry, which you can generate gunsmith materials from any type of weapon. And then finally it comes with a random mod, which is usually some sort of detects loot on a certain location, but this shell is kind of like a disco-y shell. I really like it. I use it for public events, especially for Flashpoint. So also transmit effect wise, we have the Cabal Arrival. Shaders, we have the Tarnished Copper and the Xeno Silver. And then finally, you obviously have the Fire Team Medallion, which you get increased gains if you're in a fire team. Then you obviously have a boon of the Vanguard and Crucible, which if you complete a strike or a Crucible match, it'll give you some Eververse rewards. Alright guys, I think that's it for the weekly reset video. I will be doing a video over the new hotfix that just dropped. Obviously, Rumble's changed. Obviously, Iron Banner's not here, and we're going to be going over the reasons why in a different video, but if you want to know how to support me, there'll be a link below, say best way to support me. I'll take it to a 4-minute video. It's not Patreon or anything like that. I think it's a lot better in Patreon, and I believe that you guys get more out of it than if I were to do Patreon and all that great jazz. But if you don't want to do it, you can always like this video and subscribe to the channel as well. And if you do these things, I very much appreciate it. But anyway guys, hope you enjoy this video. We'll catch you next time.